That motherfucker. Yeah.
So my thing to you, because I know you read a lot. I mean, I talk to Adija now, you understand?
Yeah,
Highly
Addy the
intelligent.
daddy.
Yeah, Adi the daddy, right? You don't really think you have much of a responsibility, or artists on a whole are mirroring what society has produced. First, I want to ask you, what exactly has society produced? And then second of all, I want to say, you can do it in a way, for example, Bob Marley sang about what was happening in his community and what he saw. Bob Marley was mirroring, you understand, what was happening in his surroundings at the time. But he never came across as hardcore and as almost like borderlining what some people would say demonic as what is happening nowadays. So, number one, what is the issue, the social issue, and why does it sound so aggressive and hardcore where everybody are shaking at themselves?
Because the nation likes songs like those. So if the nation didn't like the songs, obviously it wouldn't become a hit. You know what I mean? So if somebody in higher authority as an intelligent person should not be looking at what the artists are saying, but look at why the artists are saying it. Because if somebody in our community, the general consensus of gangsters in communities, I'm going to say informer for dead. We as artists, we hear that in the streets every day, so we just build a song say informer for dead. You know what I mean? That's why I try to tell you, say, art is just a reflection of life. A man say, you, me I go shoot you, we build a song about it. We see a girl a whine, we build a song about it. If she wasn't whining, we couldn't build a song.
So
If you never had a violent society, the music couldn't be violent.
So it's just completely entertainment.
That is what we get paid to do, entertain.
So then what happened to the youths on the corner?
It would be like what it does Arnold Schwarzenegger or Billy the Kid hold a social responsibility, because they would have to hold a heavier social responsibility for the Jamaicans' social state right now, because they all grew up watching Rambo and Commando and Cabra and Schwarzenegger, who incidentally is now the governor of America, of a state in America.
Okay.
So where does the social responsibility for Hollywood?
All right, but then work. Let me try see if we can get an example, right? The community where you come from, right? Waterford. There you go. And you could probably have enough youths around you. You understand, from them days away. See what you're doing, decide that yeah, they want to emulate you. Now there is, and it's a fact, we don't know say illiteracy is a problem in Jamaica, you understand? Yeah, a man can not realize
which incidentally is not caused by music, it's caused by the social.
But what may I say is a man can listen to your music and not see the entertainment factor at all, and hear devil's advocate and man a pre-evil and a hell man a go.
That's why I said censorship should be done around impressionable minds. But an adult who cannot digest reality from art, anything that he does, he should be held accountable for it, not Vybz Kartel or a bounty killer or a barber.
Welcome back to Up Close. What motivated you to get involved in dancehall?
Well, Vybz Kartel started out just as any other dancehall DJ, started out as an avid fan, loving the music. You know what I mean? I can remember when I asked my father at one time when I was a small child, if I the radio, the people them the way I sing, Yeah, so we born in music. I had some uncles who used to DJ, you know what I mean? I never really made it, you know what I mean? But I used to emulate them. I wanted to be like them so much, you know what I mean? So we started growing up. I started going out now to like talent shows in the area, you know what I mean? Gang show, and get a couple boo, you know what I mean? Learn the art, go back to the drawing board, and just gradually build until we became like semi-professional, lacking Portmore, till we was introduced to Bounty Killer, and the rest is just history.
What drives you?
My chauffeur, a joke.
Yeah, so you're not a girl, but what motivates you though?
Well, Vybz Kartel, them say January people stop, but I don't know if maybe it's my sign or, I don't know, I just have a motivation. Life, definitely.
You value life?
Of course, to the highest regard. I mean, say, na, life sweet. So, you know what I mean?
But then you also say, no, talk to me about the hell argument. No, you're not going to heaven, you're going to hell. And talk to me about your views on religion.
Religion? Well, it's a religion like politics. It's a very serious issue, And Vybz Kartel is not a religious person. Yeah, because Vybz Kartel is a person who travel the world. I really can't understand the concept of religion. You know what I mean? Because on one hand you have 1 billion people in India worshipping cows, goats, sheep, whatever. On the other hand, you have 1 billion people in the Western world worshipping Jesus. Then within that, you have subcultures. You have Rastafari, you have Muslim, you have Islam, you have Buddhist, you have Sikh. So for me, religion is just, it's not for Vybz Kartel. I believe in life, and I believe in spirituality, but not religion per se. I'm not a religious person.
All right, so talks of Devil's advocate. Where did that come from? Or what name? War angel? Or
okay, yeah, man. Well,
yeah, are we going to hell? We're not going to heaven.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Because you know that's scaring half of the island, right?
Yeah, but listen to me. That's why I tell you, it deep. You know, you have to really look into it because if what Vybz Kartel was saying was so bad and so downright evil and despicable, sorry, why would the songs be so popular? And why would Vybz Kartel be such a popular artist? You know what I mean? That demands a sizable sum to perform worldwide. You know what I mean? So it has to be that the people like it. You know what I mean? And people always like things that are taboo to them. You know what I mean? People always like things that are taboo and things that they're free to get involved into.
So you're saying that the demand for what it is that you're doing is pretty much freeing you of any social, you know, standing or backlash or anything at all. Because people just
music is just be like, so it'll be like a man, as I said before, which is even a more visual art form in a movie. A man acting like a witch doctor, or a man boom up a station in a movie. You know what I mean? So it's just art, and people will always be intrigued by things that they cannot really do, or things that they want to do, or things that they are afraid of. You know what I mean? So we just capitalize on the people, what they want, you know what I mean, and just give the people what they want.
Suppose they stop being intrigued and they stop wanting it.
Well, until that day.
Yeah, what happens then?
Well, until that day, we'll just do some more thing and take it to the more visual.
Enlighten me. Dancehall, I remember back in the day, dancehall was an underground culture. Right?
Yeah,
underground
definitely.
in the sense that you have to go skate and you have to go house early, as we can see from most of the posters around and stuff. And however, dancehall hasn't really been curbed in such a way to be presented on the international scene without offending people. I mean, any take on that? Should the artists kind of change up
dancehall is an indigenous culture, you know. Dancehall music is so indigenous that, as we have said, if it were to be put on an international market in its purest form, it would be intolerable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because dancehall music is an intolerant art form. But why it is an intolerant art form is because these artists grew in an intolerable society. Example, we as Jamaicans know that even in the church growing up, the quickest verse apostle of use is Leviticus 20 verse 13, saying XYZ man should not lie down with a man. You know what I mean? So artists burning out homosexuals and stuff like that, we get it from even the church of Jamaica. You know what I mean? Pastors in church from where I grew up. You know what I mean? So it is our culture, but in its purest form, it's very intolerable, but people want it, Kiki. That's why the radio man did have to start play it, peace, and him thief, until it, you know what I mean, it grew and grew and grew and it becomes big.
Until it was unstoppable, but that's one of the reasons why everybody has such easy access to it, you know?
Yeah, but if it's a good music and a powerful music like all other genres of Jamaican music, it would have eventually become mainstream. You know what I mean? And you say something about curbing the music to make it more presentable, which is a good point. You know what I mean? We have presentable music. As you can see, you have a lot of artists crossing over from dancehall. You know what I mean? But you cannot really censor the artist from the source, which is the artist's mind. You have to censor the music when the artist has already made the music in its purest form.
You respect women?
Yeah, man, definitely. I love my mother gone to bed. Yeah, my four sisters, them, big them up.
So you don't
and my daughter also.
And your daughter. So, I mean, you don't, like, for example, if a gentleman was supposed to step to either of them, you know, using same lyrics from you, how do you think that would impact on them? Do you think they'd feel less of a woman listening to that?
No, explain that question. I don't understand fully.
All right,
if somebody like...
All right, your lyrics. I mean, I don't even know.
If a man were to court one of my...
court on your daughter, and yeah, you understand?
That wouldn't be real. That man, I
and
don't think she would talk to him because he would...
No,
he would be a girl clown. That is not the way to look over.
Kartel!
So I wouldn't get it.
How would they have to step to them with respect, though? What would they have to do?
How would a man have to step to my sister or my daughter?
Sisters with respect?
Well, when she becomes of age for a man to step to her, I guess the decision would lay in her hands as to how she would want a man to step to her.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So it's a weird question to always ask somebody, you know what I mean? Because you usually have to ask them friends and, you know, to get a real feel of who the person is. But what do people usually say about you, like your close peeps?
If they were to sum up who is Addy in one word, it would have to be like motivator.
Okay.
Definitely.
And where did the name Vybz Kartel come from?
You know, a long time I was watching a show named Cali, the Colombian Wars, Cali Cartel. Yeah, and at the time, a lot of people were talking about crews. You have Skidem crew, Mansasha crew. We were young artists at the time, but we wanted a name like that to fit our crew, which was then 3 of us.
Okay.
So we decided that one of the most unusual monikers would be Cartel. You know what I mean? I would just attach the vibes on it, because everywhere we go, people say, you have the vibes on. Yeah, so we just, you know what I mean?
So where do you know the other members?
Well, Escobar's still around us, you know what I mean, doing his own business, gone into transport. You know, have a couple of buses on the road. Mr. Lee is in Switzerland. But, you know, Vybz Kartel just stick to the thing and stick on the grind and, you know, just do the thing. Straight up. The music is a part of me, as I said, from growing up. I had uncles who used to DJ, you know what I mean? So, and my father used to have a big stereo system. So we grew up listening to all kind of music. So it's like, it's just something that Vybz Kartel was just born, Adi was born to do. Because I can't really explain how I do it. Even though I don't write anymore. We just go in the studio, put on the headphone and just meds. Yeah, it might take a half hour or 20 minutes, but it might same way.
Am I ever going to hear
Cartel like doing rock and roll?
something?
Yeah, man, because, yeah, it would have come like separate and apart from the fact that people label music. Music is so pure that it really doesn't have any genre borders, you know. It's just 2 types of music. You have good music and bad music. Because I listen Linkin Park at the same time we listen a Black Rhino, you know what I mean? At the same time we listen to Bungie Garlin. As long as it's good music, so at any given time you can hear Vybz Kartel doing any other genre of music. You know what I mean? Except opera. I can't hold them notes, right?
That's a little way out.
Yeah.
Where is the dance all going?
Where the dance all going, where reggae is right now, fully universal and fully globalized. You know what I mean? That's where dancehall is going right now. You know what I mean? And the quickest gateway right now for dancehall to reach that level is through North America and Europe, because the people are gravitating towards something new.
What was it like when you heard your song on radio for the first time?
Never forgot. Never forgot. Fatu, man, it was one of the greatest feelings in the world. Even though it feels good. You know what I mean? Straight up, man, I tell you. So, one of the greatest feelings.
And what happens now? You get billed for a show, you walk into the venue, your fans all, you know, all looking at you, waiting for you to tear down the place and stuff. When you hit that stage, what happens?
No, well, the first time I got to that stage was when I did the song called Ina Call Kanai, and it started get that national buzz.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the whole experience was just so new.
So make us start talk some things now, right? Tell me what's some of the lows of the business?
The lows of the business would be like, I think, the fight that the business is getting. You know what I mean? Not set up systematically. So that is that is the next thing we need to do to make dancehall go to the next level. It has to become a real industry. With people who are actually doing stuff and not just remaining dormant. Okay. I mean, like the JFM 10 years ago.
You ever get nervous when an artist wants to step to you and make it all seem like they want get personal?
Never. Never. Never.
Altercation with Ninja Man. Why? It's like, it's been years. I know. I'll leave it alone. But we just want to know why.
Ninja, no, it's just all right. That definitely,